Chapter 39. Dungeon. Daniel left the main hall and started down a corridor lined with wooden panels. Each panel was decorated with relief carvings depicting men fighting various animals, and occasionally each other. Every 20 feet, the gloom was interrupted by the glow of a red lantern hanging from an iron hook on the wall. The first door he came to was locked. He tried Gary's skeleton key, and the lock gave up with a thunk. The light from the lantern hanging on the wall didn't penetrate far into the darkness. He stepped inside to get a better look. "Hello? Is anyone in there?" said Daniel nervously. When there was no reply, he took a deep breath and exhaled slowly. "Daniel, what's going on?" called Madison. Her voice was clear in the absolute silence of the dark room. "I'm exploring the pyramid. Fate's keeping her busy while I look around for anything helpful. She said all the doors were locked, but I have a key." Madison snorted. "Like you need one. Well, be careful. With any luck, we should be able to come get you." Daniel nodded and realized she couldn't see him. "I will." He stepped back into the corridor and removed the closest lantern from the wall. He re-examined the room and found it empty. The next room was similar in size to the first. It was also locked, but the same key worked. It had its own light and a bed with a wooden frame. There was no mattress, just a woven lattice of wide leather straps. A tanned deerskin was draped over it, and a chipped porcelain bowl was underneath. Daniel moved on to the next room. Although it lacked any form of refrigeration or even running water, it was serving as a crude kitchen. A fourth room had several piles of wool, some thread, and an attempt at a loom. The fabric on it was so rough and itchy, it made Daniel shudder. He peeked out through the open doorway before exiting the room. The guards were still nowhere to be found, and he was beginning to suspect there might only be 4 left. The corridor ran the length of the perimeter wall of the pyramid, and after 2 turns, both to the left, Daniel estimated he was again near the front of the building. It terminated with yet another door, but this one had a crudely painted sign beside it declaring it to be the misspelled Dungeon. After seeing the guest accommodations, Daniel wasn't anxious to see what qualified as a dungeon. He unlocked the door and pushed it open. It creaked on ancient hinges. Behind it was the expected stone staircase into darkness. Daniel shivered. "Hello? Is anyone down there?" he called as loudly as he dared, hoping for silence. Instead, a deep voice echoed back, "Hello?" Daniel cursed under his breath and stepped through the doorway.